What's going on, guys? So I know pretty much everybody does not like, gaming journalism anymore, or journalists, or anybody that's part of it, mainly because they are just so unreliable now. A lot of good games have been getting criticized hard by, some of these journalists. And even ScreenRant is not, averted to these criticisms now. And I think it's crazy that even your favorite YouTubers, even say me, okay, I'm going to be honest, I have biased opinions. Now, I can also, while hating something, can be subjective to it to a certain degree. So I'll say sports games. If I can see that it plays exactly like they're supposed to, or the frame rate's good, which I don't like them. I don't like that mechanic. I hate football games. I hate basketball games. I just don't like them. UFC's okay. I like it. But overall, I'm going to be honest, I'm very biased against those. Racing games. It's a very, very hard game for me to get into. The last one I liked, and even cared for, was Need for Speed Carbon. That was the only one I played that I liked. Even the Midnight Club games were really good. I liked them too. I didn't even care for the game as much as me and my uncle would make goofy, like, little party games out of it, which was like get the fastest fastest car and chase each other and see if we can just like collide and try to get the goofiest game started, because the games were really boring. We would just like beat them, and we would get mad that this $60 game was done, and we would try to make games out of it. But I wanted to talk about ScreenRant because I think they have made a bit of a mistake. By all means, anyone can make their own opinions on any game. I'm not saying that, but here's the thing. One thing I don't like is the inclusivity, diversity. Well, yeah, you can have that in a game. I'm not arguing that. There's plenty of games that I've played that have that. They're great games. They were inclusive. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It has to have, at its core, good mechanics, good story, and some good, at least polished gameplay, stuff like that, or, good quality to it. And if it does, I don't care what's in it, as long as it's playable. And that's where this comes down to. While, yes, the pros I can kind of get down with, which is combat is fluid and fun, cinematography can be breathtaking at times, great diversity in items and mechanics, which I would think, to me, maybe, I haven't played it, so I don't know if that would kind of argue with the gameplay becomes repetitive over time. If you have such a diverse items and mechanics, then it shouldn't be repetitive. I'll use Elden Ring, for instance. It was very repetitive to me because I used the same ability. I didn't change my tactics. I still have it. And it worked for me. Now, did I find it boring? No, I thought every creature I'm fighting was unique and interesting. And I assume that would be kind of like here, because that's what this is. It's a Chinese mythology game. I'm getting, like, choked up. Chinese mythology game based on literal animals that are anthropomorphic and have, like, superpowers. That's what I don't get. I mean, the main character is a monkey. I don't know how you're supposed to be diverse or inclusive with that. But that's where the problem is. Now, game performance being unpolished. Yeah, well, I will say this, not arguing their con on that. A lot of the word was that they're playing on PC, and from what I understand, that the creators said they don't care about anything but the PS5. So, that's still a good argument. Gameplay becoming repetitive. Fine if that's what happened. I didn't get to play it yet, so I don't know. But the inclusivity and diversity part is kind of stupid. And, well, I understand they've hidden the person that said this, so they don't get scrutinized, from what I understand, which is kind of stupid. If you're going to, put your opinion out there, your name should be there as well. Now, a lot of people can argue that, oh, there's just a bunch of assholes are going to go after them or attack them or whatever. Fine, I get that. But at the same time, you're putting yourself out there. That's like me right now. People might scrutinize me. It is what it is. I don't argue with people getting pissy as long as, it makes sense. The game looks like it's going to play well. Now, I also have seen a lot of people saying it's basically a boss rush game. There's no in-between. There's supposed to be some, some extra stuff coming with it, some side quest stuff like that. So, for a 30 to 60-hour game, depending on your playstyle, it should be good. Now, I'm not saying this game's going to be Game of the Year. I don't think so. I have been hyping it in my own head, waiting for it to come out, because, So Wukong is a great story. It's still a great, mythology. I like mythologies. I think they're really cool, especially when they're played like this with good detail. The monsters go from those, black on white oil paintings or however they were done to a more modernized look. Makes them look really good, especially when it comes from the country of origin to where they can do their own look, and it just works out. Now, I haven't got to look at this, but we'll go ahead and just look at, say, IGN, which I don't like IGN. They usually have terrible articles. They write things dumb. and it just doesn't really work out for me. But the screenshots, I got 51 screenshots that came from them, and honestly, it looks like a Souls-like game to me. It looks like it plays pretty much well the same. I like the creatures so far that I've been seeing. So there is some side little nobodies, pretty much cannon fodder, and then boss fights. More forgiving, but that doesn't mean it's any less difficult. I've heard that, so I don't think, obviously a lot of people are saying it's not going to be like Elden Ring. No, it's not. Elden Ring is too far, like, amazing. It's going to be untouchable for right now, for sure. But, you know, it's a new year. We're not even looking for the next Elden Ring. We're just looking for the next big game. But yeah, IGN gave it a 8 out of 10. Game Radar, 4 out of 5. And whatever this one is 5 out of 5. So it's not just terrible. I will say this. I think if you're going to do honest reviews, you need to not be so personal with them. If there's something in it that you don't like I said, say video games that are revolved around sports. I don't think it would be fair for me to even try to make a tone-deaf review on something that I will not play nor care to play because it doesn't fall in line with my, you know, feelings towards a game. But yeah, guys, I have it pre-ordered. I'll be streaming it next weekend. If you care to come by, it will be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'll be streaming it as long as I can just to try to get through it and enjoy it and see what it's about. I hope it's not too boring. If it is too boring and I don't like it, I'll probably just stop streaming it because I do have some controllers coming in for my Xbox so I can start playing some Xbox One games. That's what I'm waiting on, is some of those Xbox games. Lord of the Rings is coming. That's what I'm waiting on. But yeah, that's about all I got to say. Y'all have a good one.